It's time to put the rupee above US dollar. To that end, India is now prioritizing international trade in Indian rupee with its neighbors. In December 2022, the Union Minister of Commerce and Industry Piyush Goyal and his Bangladeshi counterpart Tipu Munshi discussed the settlement of trade in Indian rupees in New Delhi. And now, Sri Lanka is exploring the possibility of using the Indian rupee for economic transaction with its immediate neighbor. Meanwhile, 3 Sri Lankan banks had already opened Vostro accounts with Indian banks in January 2023. Banks from Mauritius, Malaysia, and other countries have followed suit. India and Bangladesh have also agreed on bypassing the dollar and trade in rupee and taka after a recent meeting of RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das with his Bangladesh counterpart Abdul Rauf Talukdar in Bengaluru. Russian banks were the first to approach Indian banks to open Vostro accounts, but no transactions in rupee have been reported from Russia so far. Last year, the Reserve Bank of India initiated its International Settlement of Trade in Indian Rupee mechanism, following which 8 nations have opened 49 special rupee Vostro accounts with Indian banks to facilitate overseas trade in Indian rupee. Several other nations have also shown interest. The mechanism for international trade settlements in rupees at market-determined exchange rates means that Indian importers can now make payments in rupee, which will be credited to a Vostro account of the corresponding bank in the partner country, while Indian exporters will be paid from the balances in the designated Vostro accounts. The surplus rupee balance in the Vostro accounts can be used for investments in government securities, payments for projects, and for trade advanced flow management. India is reportedly looking to bring countries that are short of dollars into this mechanism.
RBI has proposed to make a rupee Vostro account through which the trade settlement will happen among importers and exporters, and our government is proposing this to the countries where they have very low reserves on the dollar side. As you know that there are many countries like Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bangladesh and many African countries also. They are going through the tough phase.
But the internationalization of the rupee does not come without its challenges. There are risks related to exchange rate mechanisms and repatriation of money.
So I don't think as a nation we are still not ready. And we need to be ready to take that plunge at some stage. But we need to do. And I think over the last 15 years, a lot of liberalization happened. Many transactions have been converted into auto mode. But still we have a large number of transactions to be taken with that. For example, I can't borrow easily. There are so many regulatory controls. I cannot have equity flows coming to me. Foreigners are not permitted to do many transactions in India into many entities. So I think there's so many restrictions on that. So for trade also there are limitations on that. So I think which is not there in currency, which are global currencies. Like in dollars, you don't have those restrictions. In euro, you don't have. In pound, you do not have. So I think, or yen, you do not have. So I think those currencies which have become global, I mean, there's a level of prosperity of a nation, in terms of per capita, when you can really reach that level. We are still nowhere there.
The idea of rupee going global is critical for India. Saving foreign exchange and improving the value and stability of the Indian rupee are only some of the long-term perks of this move. But for the Indian rupee to go global extensively, the country needs to step up its export and ease trade-related restrictions.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.